Ready? Okay.
Yeah.
This is great. It's a 98-degree summer day outside, so we're going to stay inside a little bit, and we're going to do some piano. Okay, so you get this mug good? Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I look good?
Yeah.
Am I ready for my big debut?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So I've been working on this song here. You can see it right here. I wrote this thing, and if it sounds anything like anything you've ever heard, well, we'll just pretend that I'm not influenced by anybody else, which would be a lie. But anyway, this is it's kind of a gospel-y song that I've been working on, and been trying to figure out some different chord progressions on this one. So I'm going to play it in the basic format, and you can kind of follow along as we go right here. But I'm playing in the key of C. So. And where I'm going with this, by the way, is I'm going to work my way up to the tritone substitution with different chord progressions and a turnaround right here. Well, actually, a turnaround right here, getting towards the end of the song. So it goes, you deserve the highest praise. So that's the one right there, C. You deserve the highest praise. You deserve my heart, soul, mind, and strength, for you deserve my highest praise. Okay, so that's this is where we're interested in what's going on. So that's where things are at right now with that 2 is that D minor. You deserve the highest praise. So we could simplify that more and go mind and strength, and then you deserve, that's still the 4, you deserve the highest praise. That would be 4-1. So you deserve the highest praise. But that's kind of missing that 5. The reason why that 5 is so compelling is because your 5 is your leading chord, and then you can go back to the piano right here. So if a 5 right here, you notice that these notes right here, if you have a 5-7, which is the melody line, da, 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 so fa, da, da, all of these resolve. So this resolves a half step here, and that resolves a half step there to the end, to the C chord. So that's why that 5 makes sense there. But all that chord progression right here, 2, 5, 1. The reason why that 2 makes sense to lead into the 5 is because the 2 is 2, so there's 5 steps away. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can think of it that way. So this is my 6, 2, and then my 2 down to my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, let's leave the 6 out of it for a second here. But if my target chord is my 5 right here, the 5 of that would be the D. So, and that's the 2 of the scale. So that's why when you come to the high praise, and then to lead to the 5, if I hit that 2, you deserve the highest praise. Okay, so now let's complicate things a little bit more. If we're going to target that 2 right here, then I can find the 5 of that 2 would be that A right here. That's my 6. So and this is where things kind of get a little bit wonky. So I have my 6 right here. I go 6, 5, 4. If I was going to throw another 6 in there, that would be the A minor. So highest praise, you that wouldn't sound right. You deserve the praise, strength. Sorry. Mind and strength. If I go mind and strength, that doesn't quite sound right. So something else needs to happen in there, and what turns out needs to happen is we've got to go outside the C scale into actually the major sixth, but in there this is our melody line, so we're going to do. So that's a 6 major 7. That's going to fit in there now. Just praise, and then we can go to that 2. So we're just walking down. Da, 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 let's even think of it, let's get a little further removed here. So if we put that 6, I don't have a pencil here, but if we put that 6 major 7 right there kind of as after that 4, we can put something in even before that 6. So this right here is my E, my 5 of before the E. If I was to count, if I was in the key of A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, my E, that E right there would be it would be the 5 of that. So that would help us target. And remember, the reason why we're doing these 5s is because if we think about what's resolving, if I was in the key of A and this is my 5, remember that resolving back to that home, if I'm in, let's see that right there, resolving back to home, I have this one going back to the A right there, that's in the, sorry, not that, but anyway. Then when I go back to my A, so it resolves real nicely. The 5 always resolves nicely to the 1. So if the E is my 1, 2, and or the 1 is my A, then my E is the 5, and that's going to resolve real nicely to my 1, which is my A chord. So let's go ahead and see if we can find an E chord that would resolve down to that A. Right? Okay, so we're going to go mine, strength. Now we want to go, remember, to the E, and we go, well, that's not going to quite work there. Even the E7 doesn't quite work because we're messing up right here. So people talk about this thing all the time, and I never understood what it was, called the tritone substitution. And the tritone is in a scale, the note that it's actually in exactly the middle of the scale. So I'm going to go back into the key of C here for a second, and then I'll show you how it translates into that E that we were working on. So if I was in the key of C, this is tristone is 3 full steps if the note is C. So this is 1, that's that's the 2, and this is the 3. That's the tritone, because there's 3 full steps. If you go this way, if you come back this way, full steps, middle of the octave right here, exactly the middle. And that's a really annoying interval. But it turns out that interval works out really well if I'm going to play this E right here. So this is my E, E7. Well, my tritone is right here. So, and that tritone, that B flat, is amazing in the key of, well, in the key of C. It works really well for this song. So if I go, and then I'm here, and then now I want to go to that E. If I grab this is the tritone, that's the 7, and that's my melody line right there. And now I'm going to go to the A. That's the A. Now I'm going to go down to the 2, to the 5. So I'm going to try to play it faster, but there's really no guarantee here that I'm I probably won't really be able to do it, but the theory is there at least. Praise, 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 you deserve the highest praise. You deserve the highest praise. You deserve the highest praise. You deserve my heart, soul, mind, and strength. Strength, that's the tritone right there. Strength, that's that's the 6 major 7. Now I'm going to go to the 2. And these are the 5. Where am I at? So that's kind of been what I've been working on there, is figuring out how far I can go back. And I imagine if that E, you could probably find a variant of the B, so that would be the B. So a B, well, usually you have to do a 7th in there. So if I do a B7, and that B7 resolves to that E. Well, I haven't worked that one out yet, but it's possible. Well, it's right that it would be in there, but the problem is that you only have so much space in this turnaround. You have 6, 5, 4, and you got to land that 2 right there. So if you spin out, there would be a lot of passing chords there. So you might actually only end up getting one, maybe one beat or an 8th note or something in there if you were to try to add in many more passing chords between that 4 and that 2. All right, so that's that.